Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Today we're happy to have with us Doobie Sabo, and he is from Israel. He is a tour guide there, and he's going to talk to us about a number of things, one of which is what is happening in Israel right now. I'm going to kind of switch gears here a little bit, and I'm hoping my understanding is correct. And please correct my understanding if it is wrong. But one of the things I think a lot of us Christians in America do not realize, and this is a history lesson, is that what Hitler did to the Jews, the star, the tax, what is the source of that approach?
Well, you know that this is all off.
If I understand correctly, it comes from one particular book.
Well, you know that this is all literally demonic.
Yes.
This is all demonic, and I think it's coming also from, many statements that started even in medieval times.
Yes.
when there were proclamations about the Jews being the devils and being the
Yes.
Satans, and that needs to be exterminated and annihilated, and we are the fathers and mothers of all evil, and all these things that Hitler were following, even sometimes even in the beginning, which is a little bit hard for me even to say now, because the development of the Protestant state, the Protestant religion is the evangelicals in the end, and the Lutherans and the good people that loves Israel nowadays, but it started with Martin Luther in a way.
Yes.
That these were things that the Jews were considered to be
Yes.
the garbage of society,
Yeah.
and they needed to be marked, and they needed to be isolated and segregated. But what the people don't know about Hitler, he wasn't after the Jews only.
Yes.
No, he wanted to take over the world. He didn't go into Russia and Poland and all these countries to take only the Jews.
Right.
This was his side product. But why did he take the Jews first? Because the Jews were the engine of the entire world's economy at the time. The Jews were the bankers, the Jews were the philosophers, the Jews were the doctors, the Jews were the lawyers, the Jews were the elite.
Yes.
Because of that success, he knew that if he's going to take down the Jews, nations will collapse.
Yes.
And the minute nations will, even in Africa, the closest advisors to any rulers in Africa were Jews. So he knew that if he's going to target all the Jews first, the rest of the world will collapse like a domino effect. That's why he targeted the Jews. He targeted successful people with knowledge and concept and understanding. So, even he went into Russia and China and those places. He went against communism. Yeah. So who are the communists? It's Marx and Engels, they're Jews. So everywhere he went again. When he goes against democracies, it's against Jews, because the whole idea, freedom of speech and freedom of choice and all these kinds of stuff, and the values of America and the values of Israel and all these values, this whole idea of democracy, yes, it was born in Greece. It was maybe sometimes applied in Rome, but it comes from the Bible of God. It comes from Jethro speaking to Moses and telling him, man, you should have watchmen and guards and officers and judges, and you should build a structure for your society that is going to be righteous, and everybody's going to be heard, because you cannot listen to all the people that comes to talk to you. You don't have enough ears, but you put people so they can listen and hear the public. It comes from there.
Yes.
That's what Hitler was targeting.
Yes.
You've been listening to Ecclesia Principles with Ray Eppard. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook on our Ray Eppard pages. This program was brought to you by Victory Worship Center and World Outreach. Services Sunday 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 200 Hammond Lane, Stanton, Virginia.